Dang it. What's up, MSFers? Hold on, I'll get some music on. I'm a little discombobulated today. Okay, so the kits are not live in game yet, but I have the kits live for you, live here on Twitch, or if you're watching this on YouTube, it was live. So we're gonna go over the Alpha Flight kits, and I can show you who they are. There you go, there's your Alpha Flight team, right there. That's right, Wolverine and Sunfire, Guardian, North Star, and Sasquatch, and I've got the details on the stat bumps for the reworked characters. We're gonna go through these kits right here out of the roster, and we're gonna talk about it today. I also, if we decide that this team sucks and we only want to spend 5 minutes talking about it, then we can go to Jumpy McSpasm's War Defense, where he'll probably teach us about War Defense, because he's got a pretty incredible roster, but that might just get saved over until Friday, I don't know, or maybe Tuesday. My schedule changes tomorrow. I don't know when I'm streaming tomorrow. So, anyway, here they are. This is it. We're doing it. It's amazing, isn't it? All right, what's up, Jumpy McSpasm? What's up, Strategist Shiro? What's up, Thane? What's up, Big Spartan? What's up, Shane West? What's up, Anti-Valor? What's up, Zero? What's up, Rolf Kieran, coming in hot with a big raid? Thank you for that. What's up, Anti-Valor? Let's see. What's up, Herb? What's up, The Real Invaders? What's up, King Sandbagger? What's up, Burnsy? What's up, Kevin Sanity? What's up, Shane West? What's up, Lord Richter? What's up, Real Invaders? I think I said that already. I'm probably saying a couple. I'm a little loopy. I took the antihistamines today, and I'm kind of sneezy, kind of sleepy, and kind of messed up, so I'm going to be making some mistakes. What's up, Elder? What's up, Wonderful D? What's up, Casey Wymie? What's up, Skinny Matthew? The better question is whether you think the Alpha Flight team sucks or not. I'll give you the 3-second breakdown. I think North Star is the powerhouse of the team. I think Sasquatch is the one who sucks, but you have to have him there because he has passive stuff that makes the whole team work really well. I think Guardian looks like an interesting character. You could see I have him set up with Striker, Raider, Skirmisher. There's some assist callouts going on here. I don't think anything amazing happened with Wolverine and Sunfire, but they look pretty useful, and they aren't too far behind on most people's rosters anyways. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. They have Raid and War callouts. Raid and War callouts. I think because they're going to be in the Spotlight Raid, and because they're going to be a War team. A lot of stuff in here that has to do with canceling and negating charges, or adding a lot of charges to this team, which really powers up North Star especially. If you want to take a look at some of these characters, there's your Sasquatch. Look at that beastie guy. Oh, that looks kind of weird. When you look at him like that, he looks like his dong's hanging out. So he doesn't look like his dong's hanging out there? That's kind of weird. Okay, whatever. Maybe that's just me. He's got some purple eyes going on. I think he looks pretty cool, though. Over here, North Star looks like some sort of disgruntled emo kind of guy. I think he looks pretty stupid, like a disgruntled emo elf, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really happy with the way he looks. I mean, he looks clean. It's a good picture, but I don't know. Whatever, not for me. Guardian also looks kind of cheesy. He has really, really pale skin. And his suit is supposed to be tech, right? You can see he's tech brawler. But it just looks like a skin-tight suit with a weird pose there, but whatever. And then, of course, we have Sunfire and Wolverine. Real quick, I'm going to go through the kit stuff here. Let's go take a look. Wolverine, increased health by 41%, damage stat by 22%. I'll get there, Bendable. I see you in the content creator channel. I'll jump over there in just a second. Increased base armor stat by 15%. Increased base focus stat by 35%, and resistance stat went up by 43%. So good health bump there. I would have liked to see the damage go a little bit higher than this. And then Sunfire increased health by 24%, 29% for the damage, 39% for armor, focus up a pretty negligible amount, and same thing with resistance by 18% there. You will notice, I'm kind of just hitting some of the highlights here. You'll notice that I have Wolverine as a striker, and that is because he gets speed up on his counter assist everywhere now. So I made him a striker so that hopefully he'll, do some double taps and help to get his speed going a little bit. All right, let's jump over and see what Bendable has to say for us. If you're a content creator and want to jump into that content creator channel, you can. What's going on, Bendy?
Hi. I'm just sharing the good news of the new award defense and raid team.
Yeah. Are you
Super
excited?
I got the links for you in the voice chat if you wanna give them out.
For what do you got here?
The video and infographic.
Oh, the video and infographic. Yeah, let's take a look at this here. So here's the infographic. Oh, so you went with Skirmisher on Wolverine, and you went some strikers in there, and then you went a whole different route than what I did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you go Raider?
What was that?
Why'd you go Raider? Well, okay. Why don't you explain to me your ISO choices across the board here, real quick, and then we'll get into the kits.
Well, I can't explain the gameplay too much, but let me see here. So I did Striker for North Star because of his basic attack. If he has 10 charge, he can apply trauma. Okay. And Wolverine as a skirmisher because of the bleeds and everything that he had. Because you're going to want vulnerables and you're going to want bleeds out there for Guardian. He has a very good basic ISO attack as well. You want Sasquatch as a raider because he's going to be clearing barriers, so there's going to be no barrier in the way of its high damage. And Sunfire has a lot of offense up and a lot of damage, so he's going to be critting a lot, and he has 100% crit chance.
Okay.
A lot of this team has a lot of crit chance. A lot of this team has extra focus. A lot, the focus is not a problem for this team.
Okay. You liked Guardian's basic? So I must have missed the part where North Star gains charges on his counter assist.
Mm-hmm.
That he does gain charges on his counter assist?
I do believe so, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then he's 100% a striker. Then you're right, because North Star is all about having charges on his kit, which powers him up. It makes him do more stuff, rebound more, apply more things. It applies trauma when he gets to 10 charges, does more damage, etc., etc. So if that's it, I was wondering. I was like, man, it doesn't look like he gets charges very easily. Okay, that makes sense. All right, I still like Wolverine as a striker for the speed up everywhere. I think that's going to be important so that he's actually taking turns. I think he's kind of so slow that it's just not really that big a deal.
This team gets speed up.
This team gets don't they get a 25% speed stat boost?
Yes, and they can't be rewound if they're not exhausted.
They can't be rewound, and their opponents cannot gain turn meter outside of regular means of gaining turn meter. In fact, let's just go through these kits. I'm gonna go ahead and read the new characters' kits first. Let's start with Sasquatch, and then we'll go to Guardian, and then we'll end with North Star.
The uniques were pretty good options, I must say.
Oh, I didn't even look. Oh, yeah. So, what do we got? Luminium. We've got adamantium. We've got gravitonium. We've got that Sunfire, whatever his is, and then you've got the Gamma for Sasquatch. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And 2-star for Sasquatch, 3-star for Guardian, and 3-star for North Star.
Okay. Okay, all right, so here we are with Sasquatch Woodland Wanderer. This is his passive. On spawn, apply defense up for 2 turns and 2 death proof to self and all Alpha Flight allies. On any turn, if this character's health is greater or equal to 75% and this character does not have taunt, gain taunt. He's taunting all the time if he's healthy. A good reason to build him big if you want that distraction in there. When this character drops below 35% health, gain stealth for 2 turns, apply 2 death proof and 2 regeneration to self and all Alpha Flight allies. On enemy death, heal self for 5% of this character's max health. I think that's not really that big a deal. Then you get into all the stat boosts that he does for his team. 50% armor for him and the team. 50% drain for him and the team.
Yeah.
Keep counting the drain, guys. There's a lot of things going on with drain that this team ends. I think they get a total like 200% drain by the end of it, right?
Yeah, they get 200% drain. They get 200% armor. It's nuts. They get like 200% resistance, 200% focus.
Big health bonuses and stuff like that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's bananas. It's bananas. They sort of feel like infestation, but not necessarily. Because that clear all barrier on enemies with North Star is wow. And the enemies can't gain charge when you start anyway. So if you do gain charge, it's just gonna clear it.
Right. And this team, it's the raid callouts are weird on this team because it's a mix of different characters. So outside of spotlight raids, you're not going to be using them as a team. You might be able to plug and play them because there's some tech, there's some mutant, a variety in there. So it's kind of weird. In raids on gain 100% chance to counterattack for him. In raids and on war defense. On spawn, if this character does not have exhausted, apply safeguard for 2 turns to self and all Alpha Flight allies. Excuse me. So turn 1, the team starts the safeguard, right? On enemy death, apply offense down to all enemies, gain 100% max health, gain an additional 50% drain. Alpha Flight allies gain additional 50% drain. While this character has defense up and does not have exhausted, gain 100% extra damage for self and Alpha Flight allies. Once again, with defense up, he has 100% extra damage for self and allies. I'm pretty sure somebody puts defense up on the team on spawn or something too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and then with safeguard. All right, then his ultimate, which is a 7/7. Clear all barrier on enemies, attack primary and adjacent targets. By the way, Bendable, I do like your ISO choices better. I still think Wolverine is a striker, but otherwise, I do like your ISO choice a lot better.
Well, he gets 100% crit chance, so he can be a raider.
Right. Yep. Okay. Attack primary and adjacents for 450. Apply offense down for 2 turns to all enemies. In raids and war defense, apply trauma for 2 turns to all enemies. Prolong the duration of all positive effects on this character by 1 up to a maximum of 3. This gains 500% extra focus. Special 4/4. Clear all barrier on all enemies. Attack the primary target for 350. Apply slow up to a maximum of 3 and reduce speed bar by 100%. Now, you can't undercap speed, so it drops them to 0. It doesn't like it doesn't give them negative speed, but it'll reduce them down to 0. That's kind of crazy. Apply safeguard to self and all Alpha Flight allies. That's right, safeguard again. Yep. And then his basic attack for some damage in raids and war defense, clear 1 random negative effect from self and all Alpha Flight allies. So it's kind of like a Wong basic, kind of right there. And then gain defense up for 1 turn and deflect for 2. It's a better version of Wong's basic, actually. Okay, let's go to Guardian next. I want to do Guardian next. Hold on. Let's get a change. Hold on.
Crazy. It caught me off guard that he's at.
Yeah. Well, it's a tech suit. So
you got 3 mutants, 1 tech, and 1 bio.
The chat, I'll come back and read and read for you guys. I'm just gonna try and get through these kits as quickly as possible because I know that people are gonna come in late and want to read them again and again and again, but I want to get them out of the way once first. On spawn, barrier self and all allies for 20% of this character's max health. Apply offense up for 2 turns. Regeneration, 1 regeneration to self and all allies. On turn, apply assist now to 1 random Alpha Flight ally, which I don't think you're gonna get like any kind of assist combos out of this team really, but it's he's getting extra damage from the team assisting him. The way they developed these kits, it kind of makes me think there's no tune that you really want. Like, if you're gonna build this team and use them, there's no reason to leave any of them really low. Like, they all have a reason to have a pretty decent health bar. On enemy death, apply defense down to all enemies. Gain 50% max health for him and the team. In raids, gain an additional 50% health for him and the team. Gain 50% damage for him and the team. In raids and war defense, if this character is not exhausted on enemy death, bury yourself and all Alpha Flight allies for 5% of this character's max health. While this character has regeneration, this character and all Alpha Flight allies gain 50% armor.
So one good thing to note, Run, is that if you try this team in incursion raid, it won't work because they're all different tags.
Yes, that's right. They all got different tags for incursion raids. So it's cool that they have the spotlight raid and you get to play with them outside of war. There is a lot of it is kind of
play with them.
Huh?
You just get to put them on. You don't get to play with them. You just put them on defense.
Yeah, but in spotlight raids, we'll get to play with them. However, I'm very curious to see the difficulty balancing of spotlight raids. We don't know anything about spotlight raids really, and so I'm curious. At least we do get a chance to use them there. So I think that the spotlight raids with this team, and I'm assuming that because Dorky said it too, he thinks there's going to be some war teams coming our way. And I agree, and I think that Spotlight Raids is going to force people to build them, and I think that you're going to see a lot of defense stuff happening in war just as a byproduct of Spotlight Raids. And this is point in case in point, whatever. Okay.
This is the first time we've seen war and raid together. We've had Wakandans that are crucible in war, but never like raid and war or. Like the dual tag thing, I really do like.
Yeah, and I think that's going to happen a lot more now because and I don't know this for certain, but it's my understanding that every new team is going to rotate in and out of spotlight raids. But I don't know that for certain, but that's the impression I'm getting. Okay, his ultimate 7/7, flip immunity on the primary target, then apply stun. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 260% piercing. Bonus attack primary and adjacent targets for 260% piercing. Flip taunt on each target. Apply defense down for 2 turns to each target. Gain 500% extra focus for this attack. This attack is unavoidable. So
sounds like Black Knight's favorite time.
Yeah. Special 3/3. Apply offense up to self and all allies. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 300% damage. Apply defense down for 2 turns and slow for 2 turns. This attack cannot miss and cannot be blocked. And then we go to his basic gain regeneration. Remember, he has that passive where he gets more if the team gets armor if he has regeneration. Attack primary target for some damage. Apply 1 defense down up to a maximum of 3. Chain to 1 adjacent target for damage, and apply 1 defense down up to a maximum of 3. So I didn't think he made the best striker myself. I wasn't excited by this basic myself, other than gaining more regeneration, and there is the armor thing, so there's a point to have that. But I'm wondering if you could make him a raider and keep Wolverine a striker so that Wolverine's getting more speed to get a little more turns out of him. I don't know if the trade-off's there. I just don't know.
Well, considering there's 2 teams, you're gonna have 2 sets of ISOs. But it is fair in that assumption.
Yeah. Do you know offhand the turn order of their attacks? We can go through their speed. Hold on, let me go back to Sasquatch real fast.
I believe North Star goes first.
I think so too.
A lot of speed. It's 127, I think.
So Hero Global Bio Protector Alpha Flight War Ready is Sasquatch. Now, keep in mind, this is a 5/5 character. I don't know why Lori didn't give me 7 stars on him. I asked for a fully maxed out roster. Whatever, that's how the test server works. So he has almost 2 million health, 100,000 damage, armor focus, resistance, crit damage, crit chance, speed 100, so he's pretty slow, but he is going to be taunting a lot anyways. That's kind of the point of him, and he's all passive, I kind of think, and quite a bit of slobber too, in fact. And then let's go to real quick, we'll go over North Star's stuff. Hero Global Mutant Controller, Alpha Flight, of course. Health 1.7 million, damage 109, armor, focus, resistance, crit damage 150, crit chance 40%, speed 127, so he's looking pretty good there. And then all the other stuff is usual. Hold on real fast, I want to get on Guardian real fast. This is going to be 2.5 million health. Remember, he's adding a barrier for his max health, I believe. And then damage 168, which is really nice. Armor 60, 25, 21. Crit damage is 150, crit chance 40. Speed 120, so not too bad. And then real quick, I forget where these guys are, just to refresh my memory. Speed 98 on Sunfire, which feels real slow. That feels like real slow. And then Wolverine, speed 117. But if you make him a striker, he'll almost always have speed up. Okay.
The mechanic with Sunfire is that you want him to go slow so everybody can buff him up, and then his special gives him 100% speed bar anyway.
Right.
And then that ultimate is just gonna absolutely destroy.
Right. Okay. North Star, which real fast, I'm gonna go ahead and change him to a striker because you're absolutely right. I don't know why.
He is my favorite of the team for sure.
I don't know what. Oh yeah, he's definitely the powerhouse of the team. I don't know why I missed his ISO attack on that. I was like, how's he ever gonna get to 10 charges? Okay. All right, so his passive on spawn, apply 2 evade to self and the team, clear all charge from this character. He'd be a little OP if he didn't. On enemy death, apply speed up to self and all Alpha Flight allies. On enemy death, apply speed up to self and all Alpha Flight allies. That's everywhere, so that works in raids as well. When this character or any Alpha Flight ally is attacked, gain a charged up to a maximum of 10. So every time you hit this team, you're making him tougher. And Sasquatch is the one taunting all the time, so you can't even get to him very easily. Gain 50% focus for him and the team. 50% focus for him, 50% resistance for him and the team. In raids, this character and all Alpha Flight allies cannot have their speed bar reduced. We're just getting away from speed manipulation. Of course, that's just in raids, however.
Yeah.
In raids and war defense, on enemy death, apply slow to all enemies. So he's getting speed up for the team on a death and slow to the enemies on a death. I mean, you get 1 kill and it's like this team's gonna take off. While this
Do not take Hella to that team.
Yeah, don't take Hella into the team. While this character does not have exhausted, this character and all Alpha Flight allies cannot gain slow.
Yep.
While this character does not have exhausted, enemies cannot gain charged. Again, this is raids and war defense. While this character does not have exhausted, gain 250% focus for self and all allies, or Alpha Flight allies. Gain 25% speed for Alpha Flight allies. Himself and the team gets 25% speed in raids and war defense. So a lot of the goodies are locked behind raids and war defense. All right, and then we have his ultimate, which is a 7/7. Flip all positive effects, clear revive, flip all positive effects and clear revive once on all enemies. There we go. Attack all enemies for damage plus 10% per charged. Expect him to have a lot of charged. I believe it caps out at 10. I was told it caps out at 10. Apply slow for 2 turns, disrupted for 1 turn, and prolong the duration of all negative effects, excluding stun, trauma, and ability block, on all enemies by 1. On war defense, clear charged on all enemies. This attack is unavoidable. They can't spawn with charged. He's gonna remove it every time he ults.
Yeah. No nowhere, no APOC, no.
Gonna affect the Sinister Six teams.
Nowhere.
Yeah, nowhere. Oh man, it's gonna neuter nowhere. Attack primary target for damage. This is his special, 3/3. Apply blind for 2 turns. If charged, rebound chain for 170% damage to the number of adjacent targets equal to the number of charged on this character, up to a max of 10. So he could rebound 10 times, and there's a 50% chance to apply blind on each of those rebounds. In raids, it's going to apply blind to a maximum of 3 on each secondary attack. So if he's rebounding between like 3 people, he's blinding them for 3 turns. Like, they're done for, you know?
Think about ISO attack as a striker.
His ISO attack is, hold on, we'll get there. Counterattack breaks this chain. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. All right. Now here's his basic. Attack primary for some damage plus 25% per charged. So he could get a pretty powerful basic going. If this character has 1 or more charged, apply offense down to the primary target. 10 or more charged, apply trauma to the primary target. Where's he getting the? I don't see the charged on his basic. I don't see.
Charged is it's more so for the trauma, the guarantee that you land a trauma twice.
No, but I don't see him gaining charge on the basic.
He doesn't gain charge
No,
on the basic.
he doesn't gain charge on the basic.
So why are we having him? Oh, you're saying if he gets to 10 charges, you want him to do his ISO attack so he lands the trauma. Okay, well, he's still not going to be getting to that trauma until late into the match after the team's been hit 10 times. You know?
We're talking about raids.
That's 2 rounds. That's 2 rounds. Yeah, so in raids, definitely a striker. But if he's not gaining charges from his ISO basic attack, I'm not certain that striker's the way to go outside of raids, because in war, you know, every time you come in, it clears all the charged. I don't see an intelligent opponent coming into this team and allowing 10 hits on the team before killing this guy or somehow controlling him. I just don't see that happening. So I'm thinking go for the damage with a Raider attack. Yeah, Shane West. I'm thinking Raider outside of raids, but inside raids certainly.
All this ISO switching.
War defense.
What was that, Updog? The ISO switching?
All this ISO switching makes me want more blue 5 ions.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm feeling the sting of the blue 5 with ISO switching. So, okay, I think there's 2 ISOs for this character, inside and outside of raids myself. I thought you were saying that he gained charge on his basic ISO attack, but he doesn't.
No. Sunfire is the one that gives the energy.
Okay, let's go check out Sunfire's kit.
He got a really good damage stat buff.
I wish I don't have the screenshot of the difference one, so we'll just have to read through this. I don't remember his kits. I don't even remember what's different.
The PDF is in the box if you want it.
Yeah, but I can only access a PDF on my phone, and I'd have to take a screenshot, send it to Discord, and then blow it up on the screen.
I'll pull it up.
If you just want to tell me the difference, and then we can relay that to chat, that would be great.
Yep.
No, Madman, it's not live in game now.
So Sunfire increased health by 24%, increased damage by 29%, armor by 39%, focus only 11%, and resist by 18%. On the basic, they added in raids gain 100% crit chance. They didn't do anything to the special. On the ultimate, all they did was add in raids and war defense do not clear offense up. So on his ult, he clears offense up normally, but in raids and more defense do not clear offense up. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to keep that shit, so that's going to be a fully charged Sunfire with just energy going all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah. And then his passive, on spawn, they added gain offense up for 2 turns.
So right off the bat, he's got the offense up.
Yep.
In raids, he's going to generate 6 ability energy for self and his Alpha Flight allies.
Not just in raids, that's everywhere.
I'm sorry, Bendy, you broke up there.
I believe it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Oh. Is it bugged? Because doesn't it say in raids?
It says in raids generate 6 ability energy for self and all Alpha Flights right here on the screen. That's what I had too.
Andy, are you saying it's happening everywhere then?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought I read.
In raids and war defense, on enemy death, generate 1 ability energy. Alpha Flight allies gain 100% drain when he has offense up. Remember, he's spawning with offense up, and he's not losing it when he makes his moves. When this character has counter, gain an additional 10% damage, which doesn't seem like anything. That 10% damage, it almost feels like they're missing a 0 or something. Like, why 10% damage? Like, that isn't a big deal with counter, I guess.
The next sentence is where it's at.
Yeah, while this character has speed up, gain an additional 10% speed. So he's really going fast. So that 90, what do we say, 97, 98 speed is totally deceiving. Once this character decides to go, he just goes. All right, and then let's go over to Wolverine. I'll bring up the little clip of his stat bumps again. So I have his stat bumps. I took screenshots of that. The increased health, damage, armor, focus, and resistance. But tell me, Updog, about his kit changes, because I don't have those on hand. We'll start with the passive.
Okay. Wolverine, where you at, buddy?
I think he was the first one in the list.
He's right there, bub.
Yeah, bub.
So, passive, they added on death, 25% chance to revive with 50% max health.
That's going from a 5% to a 25% chance to revive.
Yeah. And then the part, if you scroll down where it says in raids and war defense.
While this character has death proof, not exhausted, this character and all Alpha Flight allies gain 200% resistance. Then there's that other 250% resistance I saw somewhere, and oh man.
That's why their resistance stats are just...
Yeah, the resistance stats are meh, because when you put them in their game mode, they're just stellar. I haven't played with them on the test server at all, so I can literally and truly speak from just reading their kits, and I barely read them at all last night while I was trying to stay awake. I don't see this team being dramatically effective in Crucible. I don't think they're going to shine in Crucible. I don't see them being incredibly useful in incursion raids, although I'm going to leave that up to Benny Westside. He loves to mix and match new characters in incursion raids, so he'll probably be the one to talk to about that. But in war, I think this team is going to I think it's going to be really amazing in war. I am skeptical about the Mercs for Money team. Logan looks so incredibly broken, just absolute legendary from tits to toe. I think that they will struggle with that. I don't know. I'm just comparing the kits as I read them, but that would be my guess. Is they're not going to release this team and immediately nerf their legendary Merc team. So I don't know, but that's my guess. All right, let's go up to the ultimate. Did they change his ultimate at all?
Yes.
So just a tiny bit. So
Okay, they added
part where it
Sasquatch.
says- Yep, they added Sasquatch. And then on kill, repeat this attack targeting the most injured enemy. So that one's pretty good.
Ooh, wow, that's cool.
Yes.
Look at that.
Ultimate.
That's neat.
Yes.
Unavoidable, can't be blocked. So you're just going to pick the weakest member, hope he clips him off, and then you'll get to do it again. That's neat.
Yeah,
Then-
immediately again
what's
on
the-
top. What's up?
Do you have the animation on that in your video, Bendy? Do you have the animation on the repeat kill? Or
I do not. We cannot share gameplay videos until a separate embargo date after the tournament.
That's right, that's right.
Oh, man. All right, so now we're moving on to the special. You got that for me?
Oh, and
Yep.
spoiler, Alpha Flight is not allowed during the tournament.
Yeah, Alpha Flight's not in the tournament. Yeah, it's going to be Mercs and no Alpha Flight, no Mephisto.
Yep, no Mephisto. The special did not get touched at all, which I
Okay.
asked the devs about that, and they felt that his special was up to snuff with everything. So
Okay. How about the basic? Anything there? Oh, they opened
I
up
didn't-
gain speed up everywhere.
yeah,
So
on the basic.
So if you got a fat Weapon X team, it just gained a few pounds, man. Because I don't know, that's pretty cool, man. Logan's
And
getting
then the
some.
disrupted thing right there
What's that?
on the basic. He
Oh,
applies
apply disrupted to primary target. Yeah, even more reason to make him a striker, man. I don't know. I've always liked him as a striker. So there we go. So there's your Alpha Flight team, everybody. What do you think? War defense team with lots of raid callouts. But lots of people don't like war defense teams. But this one is going to be, I think, a lot of fun to play in the Spotlight raids. I also like that Wolverine will still work well with my Weapon X team if I choose not to, really go heavy on this. Sunfire, of course, still decent on his other teams as well. So Northstar looks like he's from Lord of the Rings, right? Yeah.
I just worry about Weapon X because they need the full team to get that full benefit.
I'm not seeing Weapon X used as much as they used to in War. They seem like a solid filler defense or a solid offensive useful team, but they are definitely not the pinnacle that they once were. I don't think this is really going to change that much, but I think it's pretty cool.
I want your take on this. Whoa. Deathpool just got put on the Mercs for money. Kestrel's with Pegasus. Vol is probably going to be on the next Mystic Raid team. And now Sunfire is on this team. All characters to unlock APOC.
Yep, that's true.
So, that Gamma in the loading screen, we just got leader as Gamma. I bet my bottom dollar that Gamma's going to be next.
Hey, there's nothing in the roster I can't show, right? Right, guys?
No, you're all good.
Okay, yeah, I don't think there's anything in the roster I can't show. It's all the usual stuff. Hold on, I want to see somebody. They're saying that X23 is getting the Weapon X tag.
They're saying Boomer's at it.
Yeah. That's what the devs had said.
What's she on? Yeah. X-Force, I think. What's she on?
X-Force.
X-Force. Let's see if she's getting X-Force, X-Men War Ready, Mutant Brawler. It's not in here. I don't know where Boomer's getting that from.
No idea.
Ron, I want to do a fictional world where somebody took Ravager Stitcher who uses Gamma to G19.
Bendable is here. Didn't Bendable?
Hell yeah, man. One tech piece, 18 gamma radiation, baby.
Yeah, and suddenly you need some Gamma.
Yeah. I need Crimson Gamma. But am I taking Sasquatch to global? Absolutely the fuck not.
Okay,
Look at that screaming face. How wouldn't you?
For a little clarity, Steven, who is one of the most accurate people in my chat, says, I don't think he said tag. He said would be usable on Weapon X, I thought.
I could see that.
Also, we don't know if he said the wrong team, which he's done often.
True.
Yeah, he's a destroyer.
He is a destroyer
for a reason. He may have just said the wrong team, guys. So let's just pump the brakes on that. This is rumor control here. We have no confirmation of X23 being the Weapon X tag.
Don't listen. Nice. Build her now. Build her faster. Build everybody who uses adamantium before Old Man Logan. Go!
Listen to the rumors. Go.
Benny Westside posted it on IG too? Okay, well, there's multiple sources for this rumor. Doesn't mean it's true. Maybe Benny's just saying what he thought he heard from Boomer. I don't know. Weapon X-Force, yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about that X23, guys. That's just what some people in chat are saying they heard in the grapevine. Would be kind of cool if she took over her dad's role, but I don't know.
I only listen what's in game.
Unfortunately, we can't show you gameplay of this team. And for the guys that have tested it, I haven't, but the guys that have tested it, they're not allowed to tell you their thoughts on who they can beat and who they can't. I'm pretty sure this is going to be an amazingly powerful war defense. I don't expect it to be able to beat Logan's team, which is brand new. It's too new to nerf. So that's what I'm thinking. Not to mention Logan's legendary. This team doesn't have a legendary.
Fair assumption. Holy shit, that's dog food.
So, I heard run 7 putts from the rough. I'm always in the rough, Unspeakable. Are these characters going to be available for the envoys in the CC tournament later this week? No, Burnsy.
No.
We don't get Alpha
Absolutely
Flight, and
not.
we do not get Mephisto either. Well, they don't. I'm not in the tournament, obviously.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't get to trick Bendy with
There we
the
go.
alpha flight. I don't get to throw him off.
Or it's designed to soak up mercs for money in war. That's a good idea, Juicy. The mercs for money might beat it when they're on defense and the mercs for money are on offense. And so now you're using your brand new Logan team to beat this upcoming war defense team. So everybody's going to be in a rush to build Logan. If that's the case, why aren't they letting us talk about gameplay and letting us test it? You guys can't say anything because you probably know the answer to that, but I'm curious. Like nowhere in Infestation was supposed to be. That's true. You're right, Juicy. Yeah, they had the Nowhere in Infestation teams that came out at a similar time, and we figured out that Nowhere could easily take down the big time.
I prefer when they bring out a team first and then bring out the counter for it myself. But
Right. But I think they want to sell tickets to Logan, right?
yeah,
They want to sell
What's gonna
tickets to
happen?
Logan.
What's going to happen on both on war defense?
Your
Figure that
opponent
out.
cries. I don't know.
I guess
Figure
wait
that
for
out.
our gameplay videos, Bendy.
War is broken. We need more war defense teams. Let's put out a war offense and defense team that counter each other and change nothing, says Scopely. DJ Dong, I have a feeling that, like Dorky predicted, I kind of feel the same way, that we're going to see a series of teams come out that are going to be for war, whether they're for defense or offense. I think we're going to see a series of those. Karen Page and friends...
Remember,
I don't know what that's. Is that a war team? It could be.
So remember they said they're going to mimic the abilities and the appearance, and they are a war team.
Oh, Stocky, they can't remove war, buddy. They make too much money selling war tickets to Krakens, man. We're due some arena meta. I think Logan's gonna be arena meta, man. He looks just broken.
For sure.
Yeah.
Put him with Robbie and figure it out later.
Yeah, exactly. People will find a counter without mercs for money. Community always figures out a clever counter.
Absolutely,
It's
just like
just-
they did for Infestation.
Yeah. Remove all game modes. Yeah, that's right. We just sit around opening orbs all day, right, Sebasti? Okay.
Now, I'll ask you this, Run.
Okay.
Considering, how the team is, their dual traits and everything, could you see Alpha Flight being used for another legendary?
Depends on how well they
I
sell.
don't know.
Depends on how well they sell. I think this is a proof of concept for Spotlight raids. And I think if enough people buy this team because they need to get through Spotlight raids, they may not need to. But I don't think they're going to use mercs for money for the next legendary unlock. Everybody and their mother wants to build that team big anyway. So I think Alpha Flight's got to be the go-to team for the next unlock, right?
Yeah. I'm thinking so.
Or whatever team comes
seeing
after them.
Yeah, just seeing how things have been going, it's just pretty accurate estimate.
I definitely think that Alpha Flight would be required for a legendary unlock. That just makes sense to me, because they like to do that to boost their sales for one thing, and I just don't see them needing to boost sales with mercs for money. The mercs for money team seems very popular, and I don't know. Plus, nobody likes the legendary to unlock a legendary crap, especially with the gating of this Logan one. Like, people would be pretty upset if your star-gated Logan was gating you from the next legendary. Like, that just wouldn't feel good.
It wouldn't really be though, because right now you can get Logan with 4 stars.
I mean, you can get him. But
It would
what
still
if the
feel bad, but it wouldn't be like the worst.
what if
What
the
if they
next
target
legendary is
your Logan?
Yeah, what if the next legendary is Stargated the way Logan is, and then you're stuck with your 4-star Logan, and you can't get the 4-star, you know? So I don't know.
Sounds like something Stokely wants you to do, though.
Well, yeah, but you'd think that well, of course, they wouldn't communicate that because they don't communicate. But you'd think that they would communicate, hey, Logan's going to be used for the next legendary too, so buy now. I don't know.
Yeah.
You could triple down on Spider Society, too.
But you have to step away from it.
Yeah, really, right?
That's a team I wouldn't hate investing in.
And the first team post legendary isn't usually needed for the next one?
Correct.
Really?
Historically, that is accurate.
So it'll be the next 2 teams, if we're guessing.
If it's, again, 2 pay teams. It could be a full rework team and other thing depending.
Yeah.
Because
Alpha Flight will get us through June, and that puts us in July, which, do you remember what team came out in July last year?
The
It was Bifrost.
Last year,
That was
Bendy.
Bifrost. So we're probably getting...
And look, we're getting a bunch of characters that might be mystical, right? With Karen and friends. So they could be a raid team. They could be the next Mystic raid team, right?
Ball and Odin, Mystic raid team.
I don't know about Odin, man. That name is so big. I wouldn't be surprised if Odin came out with triple tags.
That's it. That's something I can get behind. Jesus Christ. This lady has 5 40-pound packages. What on earth?
Whatever, man. She likes to... She likes
food.
to... Yeah, cat food. That's
Dude.
a crazy cat lady. Lots of cat food.
Dude, this laundry detergent is spilling out of this shit like Coke.
Odin mutant. Odin tech.
Odin.
Odin is clearly going to be a tech character, yeah.
No, there's just a whole new origin just called Odinjin.
Ooh, JBD Holmes, MLF, Morbius, Karen, Man-Thing, and Dracula. That sounds like a list of characters that makes sense to me because I'm telling you guys, I'm not saying
a lot of osmium.
I'm not saying Blade isn't coming. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if they passed him up again. I feel like Blade is just something they want to hang on to a little bit longer. But
There is that
MLF makes
Marvel
sense
Blade
because
game in development.
MLF makes sense because that's one of the characters to get Apocalypse, and they want to try and make those characters relevant still.
And double osmium would check out.
Give us
Double
the
osmium
boys
checks out.
Crucible team, yeah. Yeah, I think Blade should be a legendary too. But a lot of times they don't put the legendary tag on a super duper popular character because that name brand recognition sells the character itself. They don't need to juice them up with stats and everything. They just make them a solid character, like Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler isn't even dark promotion tokens, man. And everybody wants that character. He's powerful, like he's a good character, but he's popular, so they didn't need to make him a legendary. The timing works out for that if he's on Karen's team, since it will take them 3 to 4 months to get them out. You guys and your like scheduling of character releases, man, I never pay attention to when characters come out.
Yeah, man. Double osmium doesn't sound too crazy to me.
Then the Thunderbolts come out eventually. I want legendary Hydra Captain America, right? And then I'll get my Sentinel team, right? We'll get a tech team that's Sentinels. I'll be happy about that.
Sentinels is definitely countering Professor X.
I think
tech and war defense.
Guys, I really do believe that Sentinel team is going to be a part of this age of Xavier. I really do think so.
Then Gambit's gonna get a rework to counter the whole team by himself.
Right? Hey, no spoilers if you've seen it, but I heard a rumor.
I didn't say what that was from.
I heard a rumor that they bring that. Man, I don't. Well, if I say what I heard, then I'm gonna spoil for those who haven't seen what I've already seen. I'm just gonna step away from it. Go watch X-Men '97 and don't tell me if you've seen the latest episode because I haven't. But I've heard things and I want to go watch it.
Dumbledore came back. Snape is alive.
How about an X-Men '97 Magneto or Savage Lance Rogue?
Dude, I think so. I think that's, dude, I'm so enjoying that 97 show, and I hope they do bring content from it.
If they could ever give us a Savage Lands Rogue, it wouldn't do it justice, because look at what they've done with Emma.
They gave her a haircut.
Would be Sentinel Prime the guy that was just the antagonist of X-Men 97, Sentinel Classic, and who? I'm voting for Nimrod, JBD Holmes.
The master mode. I can see that.
This rad team isn't Incursion, though.
Nope.
So now we get 6 raid teams a year? I don't know. Literally every other team. I don't know.
If everything's dual tag, maybe.
If Scopely thinks they can sell us 6 raid teams a year, Stocky, they're gonna sell us 6 raid teams a year, man. It doesn't have to make sense. It has to make money. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, aren't cents money?
Sense?
Get out, Wendy.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
You work at a hardware store. You know what cents are.
Oh, my God. Oh, what's Steven
He's
got
not
for
a
me?
cashier.
Ooh, yeah. I'll take this costume for sure. I'll take that costume for sure. The Savage Lands Rogue? Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Telling you, man. Telling you, man. X-Men 97 Magneto, hair down, no helmet. Incredible, bro.
I'm 95% sure I have that comic cover.
Strategist, there's no way they show
I
that
knew
much
it.
skin in
I knew it. Doom's
Exactly,
not
that's
here.
the problem.
Dog, did you saw in the chat, right? I said they only gave me one of my challenges this morning. And look, here's the other 2. I told you.
Okay.
I told
Okay.
you.
I wasn't sure what you meant. I thought you meant the daily objectives.
No, the daily challenges, they only gave me one this morning. That's why I asked you guys. I was like, did you guys get all 3 challenges? Because they
Did
only
you
gave me one.
When did you load it up? Because if you load it up exactly at reset, it gets funky like that for a few minutes.
I was like 4 in the morning.
Sometimes when I log in the morning, it's like, 7 in the morning, and my streak isn't active, and then I have to reset the game, and then it comes back or whatever. So
Yeah, that part's fun. I love that.
It's a game. It's a feature.
yeah.
Believe me, Shane West, with this company, there's plenty of opportunities for me to make dollars and cents references and jokes. I just let a lot of them go by these days. Oh, look at that. What's this all about?
I guess you could say
Dark
you're cashed
half
out,
pack.
Ron.
Is that a new? Is that new?
It's a new image, but it's Dark Dimension.
Okay.
Yeah,
heals.
they
Same
changed the
thing, it's
Dark
just-
Dimension heals to be gold, so they could use the more purplish stuff for Temporal Dimension.
Yes.
For the temporary dimension.
I think the Temporal Dimension ones, they look like the Gambit Raid heals to me, but...
Which, can we talk about that for one quick second here? They gave us a calendar with 7 days worth of heals and then made it where you can auto through. And took away everything.
Can we please not talk about it?
No, but like think about the amount of backtrack they did in it to where you can auto it. But it's still like, by the way, in case you still somehow lose your auto, here's 250 heals a day.
I'm surprised they didn't have the enemy spawn in with 1 health and give you a Mephisto on your team. As bad as that was nerfed.
They gave you APOC and Scroll the Node 7.
I know, it's ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. I'm over it. I had fun playing it until they changed it. I hope next time they give us both versions. I want them to give us both versions and put in a reset button on all content that is anywhere similar to a Pocket Dimension, Dark Dimension, anything like that. Give us a reset button so we can do the run over always, just as a standard precaution for that exact situation.
I would argue for all the temporary ones like this, yes. For actual Dark Dimension, that's what the quit's for.
Yeah.
That one you gotta suffer a bit. As someone who just stepped into Dark Dimension with
Well,
both
I
APOC
remember
and
getting double fisted, and that was painful.
True.
I would have liked to have reset that node back in the day.
Yeah, and now it's Node 1 with both Novas and Node 3 with both Nightcrawlers, and struggle bust through it or look your do research.
They planned to make it challenging. We're just a bunch of crybabies. Not me, Juicy. I was not complaining on that one. I was happy. I think it needed a little polish work, right?
Just some
polish work.
When they came out and said Node 7 was overtuned, I'm like, okay, let's see what that means. And it seemed okay when the quote-unquote fix went in, but that's just my opinion. I'm obligatory level 100 G18 Cabal, so... Yeah.
I've never seen you
Bias.
so sad run to be able to auto something in this game.
I know, right? Everybody was making that joke. They're like, man, when run 7's sad that he has to auto, you know this is too easy. Oh, by the way, I am overcapping my incursion energy, and I think you should do the same to help yourself because we're starting... Blitz your brains out! Starting
2
tonight.
hours!
Starting tonight. Every, what is it, 1 hour on... I don't even remember. Every 1 hour you're blitzing...
Fixed it. It's only once a day now.
It's what?
They fixed it.
Fixed what?
The Blitz milestone or whatever.
They changed it? We're not doing 6 rotations a day?
It's
changed
I
one.
don't believe
scoring
so.
it.
No. It's
like
only
1 or 2.
one a day.
What?
1 or 2 a day.
Whoa.
You're welcome.
That's news. When did that happen?
Like today.
People
like,
complained
half hour ago.
and changes happened.
Okay.
We were questioning it.
Hey, all right. That's cool. You want to nerf Blitz? Okay, nerf Blitz all you want. Fine with me.
But the
It's-
Alliance milestone is still concerning because the meta event, the mercenary contract thing, is like the very
Blitz
last
is a
milestone,
dog
and
shit game
it's gonna be
mode. It
pay
needs
to
to be
obtain.
deleted from the game.
Yeah, it's good. That mercenary contract you ain't getting to unless you're paying.
You mean the thing that's almost always the thing?
What are
Yeah,
you?
no,
The
but
one that they put the,
no,
they
no,
put the monthly
that's
event in the
not-
pay this time? Oh no! Who would have thought that fuck up could have ever occurred?
Okay, for clarity
That's,
here, what is it that we need to buy to get to that Alliance milestone? Are we just unlocking characters to get the points from the
One?
characters?
No, the Allied Supply
Allied
Orb.
supply orbs.
On average, if everybody in your alliance every day spends $5 on the vanishing offer after you get your free claim for your supply orbs, you will get all milestones.
All I heard was money.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, Council of Doom, we're not getting it. I'm not spending $5 a day on Alliance orbs. Go fuck yourself. No way.
I mean, those alliance orbs actually aren't super terrible for what they contain.
They don't sound like $5 worth to me.
No, it's all the shit you get in the pay stones.
Yeah, the
But
pay
$5
stones.
times 7 days.
It's
so
about $600. Up dog. I've run the math from my alliance.
I'll put that
Third-
$35 towards both of my passes.
30, 35 bucks per person, something like that.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, not gonna do it. Sorry.
$25 a person.
Sorry. When my alliance starts telling me I need to spend, then I'm not in the right alliance anymore. I'm happy to spend on this game for things that I choose are valuable enough for me. I like purchasing most of the passes. And sometimes I like to unlock a beloved character or something like that.
That
But
contract is supposed to be milestone 14. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
but
like
it's at the
last
last
one we
one.
did, yeah. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll run the quick math on this like I do for us because I got.
Throw it to Sevi. Give her some homework.
yeah, Papa
No, I
squatted
do
right
it so
to
she
buy
doesn't have to.
drugs.
Fuck off.
Yeah, have Sevi get it fixed for us. Because
No!
we're not like-
Yeah, they're
That
just in
woman
a-
does enough work for this
a
community.
preview.
Lay off.
Yes, Anti-Valor, new battle pass today. Yes. The new battle pass today, and it will be Black Knight and Iron Patriot, which I don't know if I need to buy that one because, let's go Cabal first.
I only
My
need four.
Cabal is 5-star Iron Patriot. I'm happy with that, and no matter how much I pay on the pass, it's not going to bring me up. And then the out of time.
Milestone 20 is 800k.
Yeah, that's like 340k
I-
difference on top of the cap.
I think the free pass will get it done for me here because I'll need 60 shards.
No, because you got to include the daily claims that people are going to get.
Okay.
So truthfully, you're probably looking at milestone 15 being the end, maybe 16. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I'd say-
Usually when it's an 800k cap, it's a 1,000 daily free claim. So I'll work off of that first. Let's
Yeah,
just
somewhere
assume.
between 16.
Let's assume we've capped out the war. So you have 370k left. So then daily claims equals that. times 24 times 7, which is 168k. You have 202k left.
Anti-Valor, you say, we think it's a
202.
bonus contract for Krakens. It's so Krakens can get further in the monthly.
That's 101 orbs, isn't it, strategist?
Yeah, so there's still another.
So if everybody buys an orb in 5 days, you'll reach it, right?
So, in theory, to finish the milestones, assuming it's a 1k fragment free claim daily, you need 67 vanishing offers to do it. And that's before any of the other offers we get. Where
Yeah.
22k.
Yeah. It's.
But I mean, so literally, that's really not that bad when you think about it. And this is, again, me as a spender saying things, and I just have an opinion. If I take 67 and divide it by 24, if every single person in your alliance spends $15 and buys 3 vanishing offers, you're done.
Where's the vanishing
That's my
offers?
paper mess. Whenever you click your daily free claim for the alliance events, and you get that pop-up one that comes up right away that
Yeah.
says like, here's 3k fragments for $5.
Oh, that's the term. It's a term, vanishing offer. That's what you call it.
That is what I've been calling them
Okay.
because
Because they
they
vanish.
come up when you hit your free. Yeah, they come up when you hit your free claim, and then you can't get them again. They vanish.
Oh, I see. Because I don't look at those. My mind does not recognize what's on the screen other than the little red X in the corner. They do not register in my brain, whatever pops up on the screen. I am totally just voiding that out of my entire, like, it just doesn't happen for me. I'm so trained to not pay attention to pop-up offers. I expect Run 7 to hit Arena hard. I'll hit Arena hard. I like Arena, man. This is like my favorite game mode in here. What do we got in here, in fact? Ooh, look at those diamonds. I'll take this one on. Let's go after this Quicksilver. These Quicksilver ones are tricky. I kind of like them. They're always kind of fun. Also a spender, but asking the whole alliance to do that daily is a lot for most. I just don't like the idea of
not
peer
even daily.
pressuring you to spend money. It's not fun,
That's
man.
what they're doing. It's what they're
That's
doing.
exactly
it's what
what
they've
they're
been
doing. I mean, it's a capitalist tactic, and that's cool, and that's fine, and everything. But I don't want to partake. I don't want to be in. And if your alliance pushes people to spend, and you've made it known you're a spending alliance, that's fine. Whatever. I don't want to be in a spending alliance. And if my alliance was to convert to a spending alliance, I would say thanks, guys. It's been fun. No hard feelings or anything. I'm just not going to partake in that particular thing. See there, didn't hit the slow on the Quicksilver because the Quicksilver wasn't close enough to the Void Knight.
So, like, no matter what in the Alliance supply orbs, in the left pillar, you're getting a minimum of either 10 training or 10 level 4 training mats or 200k gold. Those are, like, the lowest ends of stuff. The center pillar is a little bit less with elites, but you might get blue 5 orbs, which are not terrible. Those are, like, the catch one there. And then the right pillar is nothing but blue 5 or blue crystal orbs.
I'm not sure if that was the right move, taking out the Black Knight.
Probably not. That sus is probably gonna hold.
Wait,
Yeah,
find
that
out.
stuff's gonna destroy me now. That was the wrong move. Yep. I didn't even get to the sus's turn. I wanted to try something. Doolam's been pushing me to use the ultimate there, and I like using the special with the heal. Squid Princess coming in with a raid. Thank you, dear. Appreciate that very much. Hope your stream was amazing. If you all don't know Squid Princess, she is a delightful human being. Be sure to give her a like and a follow, and go check out her stream sometime.
Hang out. I gotta do mod things. Give me a second.
For those of you just
There.
joining us, we finished looking at the Alpha Flight team, and we're talking about how much we hate Scopely making alliances push towards influencing us to spend money on garbage offers.
They've been doing this with Alliance events for over a year. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, exactly.
Have
So,
a person run your breakdown and see if it's worth it for what's there.
yeah. I will, you know what, for everybody just joining us, we're going to switch over one more time real quick over to this test server, which I think my game froze up here. Oh, nope, it's there. So if you guys want, we've got Sasquatch, North Star, and Guardian. I'm just gonna give you the 5-second rundown of the team here. Sasquatch has a lot of passive stuff in his kit. He's a taunter. He basically always taunts as long as he's pretty healthy. And then when he gets unhealthy, he goes invisible. And he has a lot of passive stuff that helps out this team. This team has a raid and a war defense and raids. And North Star gains charges every time the team is hit. When he gets to 10, he starts applying trauma, which could be very useful in raids. It may not get to 10 charges on war defense. You never know, so he could be a raider or a striker. And then she is kind of the powerhouse of the team, doing lots of rebounding and blinding, lots and lots of damage based on how many charges he has. Guardian is a little more simplistic of a kit, also putting some good stuff in his passive. Sunfire gets offense up and basically retains it forever, and then starts getting speed through his kit and because of what his team does, and also applies a lot of great stuff. Every member of this team kind of helps out every other member of this team. I think if you want to use this team, you kind of need to build them all pretty big, with the most effort probably being on North Star for the damage. And then Wolverine, his basic opened up the speed up to everywhere. So if you make him a striker, he'll retaliate off those vulnerables and get speed up and help him go a little bit faster. And his ultimate now, when it kills somebody, it'll do it again to the next most damaged person. And so looks like a really fun team to use in the Spotlight raids. They do have different tags like Tech and Mutant. And let me see here. We've got, of course, Mutant, and then we've got Tech and Mutant and Bio. And they get a 25% speed boost in certain game modes. And they look pretty cool. They look like a fun team to play with in the Spotlight raids. They are a war defense team. They look like they will be one of the best war defense teams on the market. And we are predicting, total speculation here, we are predicting that they will probably be used to unlock a legendary down the road. I'm thinking that the Mercs for money will not be required to unlock a legendary down the road, simply based on the fact that you've got Logan as a legendary, and the team is super good and people seem really excited about it. I think the sales are going to be high on Mercs for money, whereas this is a war defense team that is only being able to use in the Spotlight raids, as opposed to the incursion raids with the mixed tags. You won't be able to use the whole team, and the team kind of needs the whole team to really work. So I don't think they're going to be used anywhere else but Spotlight raids. So I think this will probably be used as a legendary unlock team. That doesn't mean you should go ham on them. It means you should do your best to unlock them and get as many stars on them as you can. So that's my quick 60-second breakdown of the team.
I want to add something to that North Star thing.
Yeah.
Remember, in raids, charges persist.
No, on spawn he clears charges.
On spawn he clears charges, yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
On spawn, clear all charge for this character. So
that's how they balance him to not apply trauma all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I had asked that question to the devs, just to make sure, about his charge mechanic and everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know that they are going to be needed for Spotlight because isn't the Spotlight raid was saying the next team for Spotlight raid is going to be Alpha Flight.
And chat, we have not tried the Spotlight raids. We have not tested that.
Yeah, we haven't tested much. I mean,
But
you guys
tried the light spot raids.
What? Oh God. Okay, so there you go. And you know what? We do have Jumping McSpasm's war defense to go over, but I'm not feeling amazing. My head is a little out of it, and I took a little too much allergy medication trying to keep my eyes from swelling shut. So I'm probably going to call it early today. I don't know when I'm streaming tomorrow, because tomorrow's when my schedule starts changing. Do my raids. That's right. Sorry. Let's go back to...
Oh yeah, we're on push time right now.
We're on a push day, yes. So let me get back to raids. Sorry.
Ooh, JBD says, what are you predicting for the tournament?
Who am I predicting for the tournament? I think an Envoy is going to win it. I think an Envoy is going to win it for sure.
I think an Envoy's going to win.
He wants Doolum to win. Everyone, he wants Doolum to win.
I actually do want Doolum to win it. We give Doolum a lot of shit, but honestly, I think Doolum's going to be the most entertaining person to watch if he comes out victorious, right? For entertainment value alone, I think he's going to lose his shit. He's never going to shut up about it ever, and it'll give us one more thing to like, you know, give him a hard time about it, because he's probably going to act really stupid if he wins, and that's going to give us a lot of clips, a lot of channel point redemptions and stuff.
So, Ron, you know I don't like breaking NDA, right?
Bullshit. Bullshit, Vandy. You love breaking NDA. It's your favorite pastime, man.
With that being said, I heard from Monguli that Updog will be replacing Boilan in the tournament.
Yes, that's a fact. Boilan is out, Updog is in, and the new flyers will be out soon.
Because that just means scheduling things have happened.
Yeah, that's not breaking. I said that like as soon as it happened. I told everybody that. Kevin Sanity, I don't believe Mobile will own it. And you know I'm a simp for Mobile. I love the guy.
He's good now.
I worship the ground
good.
he walks on, but I don't think he's gonna take it. I think he's a great contender and he'll do really well. And I have a feeling he's probably got a lot of people in his corner rooting for him and helping him out.
Oh yeah.
But you're more of a simp for Doolum.
I'm not a simp for Doolum. I barely ever show up into his stream, and he's here all the time, man. I owe him a little more.
This is kind of important. No, Juicy, what you need to do for Kingmaker is you need to be on Doolum's side and sound extremely convincing on why Hand will beat, like, Gamma.
Yeah. I think Dorky Dad has a great chance at winning this. I think Mobile's probably going to go 2-1. I know, like, I worked with some envoys in the test server and we talked about defenses. I'm not going to tell you who, and I'm not going to talk about what those defenses were, but we came up with some really good ones. And so I think there's going to be some really cool stuff on the field. Also, talking with some other envoys, I know that there's some things with the room rules that some people may not know or understand and are going to get screwed on. And I'm not going to tell them either. I've been messaging in the private channel by myself, asking about these things and learning some stuff about how some of these things work. And I don't think all the envoys quite understand it. And so I think there's going to be some interesting outcomes when they go, wait a minute, how come that doesn't work like I thought it worked, right? Not to mention, it's the test server, guys. It's the test. We may not get a tournament, okay? It may not even happen.
It might not even start right.
Yeah, because they don't even know who's going to be paired up against each other, they said.
Hey, Run, so we are really worried about this TCP thing, right? If there's a tie, you know, all somebody has to do is make their entire roster striker opposed to what they're using to be higher TCP.
Right. Well, they just have to have
before the lock-in.
They have to have one more striker on their roster than anybody else. So everything you're going to use in the tournament, use it the way you want it to be, and then make sure that everything else on your save squad or your entire roster is striker for the most TCP.
Correct.
It's not worth the time.
That's a lot of ISO switching. Because
if you're gonna spend the time doing that, you deserve the win.
A lot.
Hey,
I mean, yeah. That's
Updog, you can script it. Because you can go from character to character by pressing the arrow. You don't need to go back to the full roster menu.
You get out of here with your forward thinking.
So I specifically went and spent some of my extra gold touching up some of my raid teams so that I wouldn't have so much trouble going through here. And my Bifrost doesn't fold quite as bad as they used to, and the rest of my teams have a better sim rate. Because Juicy keeps bragging about how he doesn't even know who's in the mutant raids anymore because he just hits the sim button all the time. And I was like, man, that sounds like fun.
It's very fun.
Well, I mean, mutant, maybe the boss node fails and that's only ever it. Bio, maybe the boss node fails and that's really only ever it unless you swap out Venom for Sus, then you're usually fine. Skill is skill and it just kind of walks over things.
Papa Woody, it's a 8-man tournament.
8-man tournament, 8 rounds an hour, 24 battles in 3 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I will be racing home, trying to talking my boss into I'm gonna skip my lunch so I can get off a half hour early. Try and talk my boss into letting me leave early. Try and get here on Twitch so I can just go live and watch it. It's going to be the lamest Twitch stream you guys have ever seen from me because I'm just going to straight up be watching this thing, jumping from everybody else's stream and stuff.
Ask your lady to call your job and say there's a family emergency.
No. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I'll just straight up tell them, hey, there's an MSF tournament going on. If it's slow, can I go home? And they'll probably be cool with it.
Alternatively, just pull it up on his work PC in the office and just take a long break with your boss. Doesn't he still play the game?
Yes, he does.
Ooh.
Yeah, he does.
Like, hey man, you want to tune in?
I don't lie about anything. I will embellish to make a story better. Come on, Vol! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, Vol?
Hey, that's what you get for loading in and not hitting sim, bud.
Come on! What a bunch of crap! I build up the rest of her team so she doesn't have to do the heavy lifting of reviving their dumbasses, and she just walks off the field.
Just G19 your Vol, problem solved.
Yeah,
don't say things like that. I'm not certain I want a G19 Vol.
You do.
I always have Vol front and center. What's wrong with having Vol front and center? Have you tried spending money?
You don't want Vol near your beta ray build, Taunter.
Hey, Juicy, there's a tip jar on Twitch if you want to help me out, okay?
Oh, man.
Fucking A, I work at the hardware store, guys. I ain't spending bunches of money on this game.
Amazing.
You can put a tip jar at the hardware store, Ron.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god, it's Beef Supreme! He's alive! We can continue with the re-education.
Who?
You've never seen Idiocracy?
Oh yeah, Idiocracy. Okay, yeah.
Beef Supreme is coming out of retirement with the Drillinator.
Oh god, I don't remember Beef Supreme, but I know what scene you're talking about now. I love his little car with the big rubber dildo on it. That's amazing. That was like I laughed so freaking hard when they put him in that thing. Okay, I've got taunts on almost everything.
Exactly, Zero.
Please don't chain into BTS, thank you. Makes it so much easier when I don't speed him up. Okay, now, well, I guess we're gonna go for here.
You know, you would have killed that big-time Spider-Man if you G19'd your Val.
Most definitely says you sound like the guy from Iron Chef.
Today's mystery ingredient, cilantro soap. It's both soap and cilantro.
Tool tag.
Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Oh my god.
You are an unfit mother. You are no longer able to care for your kids. Carl's Jr. will now take what is it? Take possession of your kids or something like that.
But I gave them Brondo. It's got what plants crave.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
What's electrolytes? It's what plants crave.
Okay, so actually, legit thing here. You can just buy packs of like electrolyte powder to add to water. Dude, if you get super drunk, that stuff works great for losing a hangover.
Did you know that Monster now makes it's basically like remember Loco, like that alcohol drink that was like Monster has one
Four
now.
Loco. Four Loco, yeah.
Yeah, it's Monster Loco is what it is. My manager drank a 6-pack of it over the weekend. I was like, are you freaking insane, dude?
Did he have a hangover?
He drank himself sober. You know when you round the corner and you come back to sobriety because you drank so much? Oh, man. Ugh.
I had such a great weekend up north. Oh
Yeah? What'd you do?
Party. It was Buddy's bachelor party.
Oh, yeah?
We dressed him up like Goku and walked him around Toronto.
Goku, that's fantastic. I
Our
love going
knight
to,
at medieval times, when they just roll up when they're doing their first introductions holding the flag and that,
right?
just turns around looking back over his horse at us and he's like, don't worry, this isn't even my final form.
Dude, I love going to weddings. I love bachelor parties. Isn't it weird? Like, well, I guess a lot of weddings take place at the same time, but when you go on bachelor parties, there's always like you bump into a bachelorette party for a completely different wedding, but there's a bachelorette party.
Yep.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, and by the way, Green Knight is a fuckboy because he flirted with the bachelorette party beside us in the VIP seater. and he wasn't even like our knight. It wasn't the knight of like our section that was doing it.
Oh my god. Carl's Jr. did have great commercials, Zero. You're right. They really did. They didn't mess around with their commercials. Carl's Jr. knew their demographic and they knew what to sell them, right? They just knew. You should serve Rondo at the wedding, brought to you by Carl's Jr.
There's a lot of things at the wedding, including like a cigar bar, so we'll find out. It wouldn't surprise me if we did something that's stupid.
God, I miss cigars. I used to smoke cigars all the time.
What we do have planned though, because the groom-to-be is our DM for Pathfinder. When it gets to the reception and people want to do speeches, before he gets to sit down, we're gonna sneak in and set up a DM screen at his station, like where he's sitting.
A DM screen?
Yeah, like the one that has like the characters on the one side or the nice wood and then all the stats and everything on the other side, because he never uses one. So we have a custom-made one, and all it says is like ball and chain, now you're done. One clit, that's it.
Not a good wedding without a secret cocaine room, right?
Oh my god.
Right? You're one of the cool kids when they invite you to the back room, you know? Don't do drugs, guys. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Yeah, let drugs do you.
Unless you need to take them in moderation. For example, Benadryl.
You guys are taking the brought to you by Carl's Jr. to the next level. What's up, Not Mutt? Thank you very much for the subscription. Freaking amazing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, stream's about to derail here.
Nutmut has provided a tier 1 subscription. Thank you. Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Welcome to Costco.
Oh my god, dude.
I only took it for weight loss, had to offset the Carl's Jr. Yeah, and to clean up the mess from the Carl's Jr. I used to order Carl's Jr. as a truck driver and eat it going down the road, and my shirts were just obliterated. Like every work shirt I had a Carl's Jr. stain on the front of it, man.
Dude, I can't keep a white shirt white, man.
All right, here we go. I'm in the sim lane now. Let's go.
All right, let's see if you messed this up. What lane are you in?
I'm in the sim lane. I got a core one since I lost one because it's push day. Well, every day's a push day for me. Here we go, sim it. I paid 50 cores for this sim. You better work, team. I got them all topped off. Woo, yeah, that's right.
Hey, Run, have you noticed the difficulty somehow raises on the weekends? Is that just me?
I don't notice a specific time, but there is a difficulty roll on the raids. They've said that a long time ago. There is a difficulty roll on the raids that makes it fluctuate a little bit. And so...
Every single weekend, dude.
What I want to know is, does that difficulty modifier work for individuals, or is it for the raid that your alliance is doing? Because if one person goes in and goes, what the hell, I'm getting blown up, they could, you know, message the other guys, hey, the difficulty rolls high today, don't sim or whatever.
I think it's for the entire raid.
You think it's
happened a long time.
Yeah, okay. Well, then
Ron,
we should...
Did you ever watch Top Gear out of curiosity?
I used to. Well, I mean, I didn't like watch it a lot, but I've seen the show.
Because all you know for sure if you're a lorry driver is you show up with a glove box full of strong pornography and egg on your shirt.
It gets gradually harder every 3 days, then resets, I thought. I haven't heard that, Steven. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying you're a liar. I just haven't heard anything on that. I remember somebody officially stating that there was a difficulty roll on it. I think that was Cerebro told us that back in the day.
That does sound like something they would do.
All right, that's all I can stand. I'm working up a headache now, and I want to get out of here. So, Jumpy
Go chill in your
McSpasm,
pool.
I will probably work on your war defense Friday because Jumpy's got here. I'll show you guys the pics of what Jumpy's working with here. These are,
give us a week to brew.
well, he says that his alliance changes these like every day. He's in one of those alliances, right?
Yeah, he's in one of the good ones.
Yeah,
Sweaty.
and so I'll show you. See, he's got like
I gotta check time ping for that.
so right. You got the Gwenpool in there. He's rolling with Cabal in here with the Kang and the Absorbing Man, and he's got like he kind of talked like he was gonna show me how these things kind of work. His Weapon X team gonna get a little bit better with that Wolverine on it for the next 8 seconds, and then he's probably gonna buy the team and bring the ones in. The Infestation team, just because they're kind of just a filler team in there. They're a good solid team, he says. You got a Black Order Quicksilver.
Nowhere, yeah.
We have the Spider Society going into the red. You've got the Darkhold with a Kestrel in there with Chavez speeding them up. You got the Bifrost team, but it's a Tangled Bifrost, which is an interesting take on that. I'm not sure. He says Tangled HA is a decent annoyance.
Hey, somebody in chat's trying to get your attention.
And then over here, we got the Secret Defenders with Cloak and Sunfire, and then over here, he's looks like he's working on the Mercs for Money team, and so we'll probably end up talking to him about that on Friday and seeing how that goes. Somebody said I got to pay attention to chat. What am I looking for? What's Steven got for me? Senior Scopely Community Manager. I expect this is intended behavior on Foxnext's part, and that their justification will be to add variance to the battles that otherwise would be repetitive. You are correct in that the game designers intentionally vary the enemies that you encounter in raids subsequent to the first run. However, the underlying objective is not necessarily to make the individual nodes significantly more difficult, but to primarily to provide an alternate challenge. There are a lot of variables to determine what is harder or easier, but in general, a new challenge rarely lowers the bar. A challenge should be formidable but not prohibitive, so it's a balance that the game team strives to maintain.
Steven should be a damn lawyer, dude, because you ask him about something, you bring up a topic, he's got the Carfax.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Yeah.
every time,
Every time, dude, every time.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Steven.
Never fails.
So, Steven, I remember a different quote. And I'm not sure it was on Reddit. But I remember him. I don't know. I don't want to say that there is or isn't, but I could have swore that he specifically said there was a difficulty roll on when you go into raids.
I definitely feel it.
Dude, Cerebro was a master of giving you a reply that you could not pin him down with, right? Like it was the most ambiguous answer you ever heard in your life that gave you the feeling of what Scopely wanted you to think, but actually told you nothing you could hold them accountable for.
Yep, exactly.
He was a master at it.
You know what I miss the most? I miss when somebody asks him a question and he gives you that like blank stare with a smile.
Right. Oh yeah. Dude. Yeah, I had my issues with Cerebro for sure. That's why
times were the
you know, people gave Archangel so much shit because he would give you direct answers. And then Scopely changes their mind and they're like, you lied to us. I'm like, he didn't lie. Gave you what you asked and they fucking changed their mind. And they use him as the meat shield, you know?
Would you rather me lie to you now than to be up and blunt with you, and you be mad at me for telling you the truth,
Yeah.
than for me to lie to you and then recant my lie.
Yeah. Oh, Blake, I was so pissed at Cerebro over that interview. I was so pissed at him over that. Him and I talked about what we were going to go over beforehand, and then he came on live and completely denied to answer anything and denied that we had any conversation about it. And I was so fucking thrown under the bus on that interview. I was pissed. I was so pissed about that. I never wanted to speak to him again. He completely he lied to me because we had a plan of what we were going to go over, and I was leaving it up to him so he could negotiate what he wanted to give and what he wanted to hold back. But we had all these topics listed out, and then we got there and he was completely flipped on me and just played dumb, and I was so screwed on that interview. I was so mad. I never got over that. After that, I never trusted that guy. It was total bullshit. Okay, anyway, I don't want to get all wound up over shit that happened in the past. I gotta get out of here. Let's go raid somebody. All right, we're off to Marky Mark today. You guys have a great time. I'm gonna start this raid right now. Let's see, we don't have any other embargoes coming out today, do we? I don't think so.
Just one for tomorrow, but just expect something tomorrow.
Yeah, we have the Envoys Crucible at 2 p.m. Central tomorrow. That's gonna be super amazing. Oh, that's Wednesday. Sorry, that's Wednesday. I'm sorry, I'm on a day off. Wednesday at 2 p.m. I don't have any other events listed, so I don't think there's any embargoes that I know of.
In-game notification tomorrow.
Expect what?
An in-game notification tomorrow.
Oh, there's an in-game notification tomorrow, Bendable says. So I hope that's. I don't know anything about that. So whatever. Y'all have a great day. Like I said, I don't know when I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I just don't know when that's gonna happen. I have a lot of content I want to work on, and my schedule's like way out of whack. So
There we go.
I'll catch you guys later. Have a great time over at Marky Mark. Be sure to give him a like and a follow. Subscription if he has a YouTube channel. I don't think he has a YouTube channel, but whatever. Go say hi. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.